Okay. So we're...
Goes, I came up with this idea in the car. Okay.
I wanted to start with something just a little eye-catching. Just like,
Okay.
like, people are like, where's the...
That's the thumbnail.
That's gonna... I won't do that. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll make this the... Wow, I might make this the video I put on the Instagram. But that's for me later. That's for me to find out later.
That's editing, Dan.
That's editing, Dan.
That's editing.
I don't like editing, Dan. He's boring. It takes time out of his day. We don't like editing, Dan.
Hey, but it gets the job done.
Editing Dan gets the job done really well. I like him for what he does. I don't like him for who he is. But yeah. So today we are here, me and Julia Hill. You're the second twin I've had on, but not a twin. I haven't had both twins on yet for either.
Okay.
So I thought the most interesting thing about
I'm surprised
anybody,
you remember that.
I'll never forget that you're a twin.
Okay, I feel like everyone says that because they always say, "Oh, you never told me you had a twin," and I'm like, I swear I told you at some point.
Oh, hold on, I need this closer to me, like right now. No, you told me once, and then I forgot. You told me again. I think I forgot again, and then you told me a third time.
Okay.
But now, it'll never go away.
Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
That's what they say.
So, you don't look like your twin.
No.
So, which is also
Not at
interesting.
all.
But I think that twins are so rare, but you're also so common at the same time.
I was gonna say we're definitely not rare in terms of like my high school. We had
there was
like
multiple
five sets of twins in our grade alone.
In your grade?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
One of my best friends is a twin.
What?
Yeah. And then we had at least 3 other sets of twins.
Where are you,
four
where are you
four
from?
others. So we had 6 sets of twins. Mansfield.
What the fuck's going on in Mansfield, dude?
A lot of IVF.
That's crazy. What is going on? How does that happen?
I don't know.
Well,
I really don't.
So what would you say as a twin over there? You're a twin. You're part of a select community. Apparently there's more of you than I thought.
Apparently not.
But you're a pretty select community. Is there anything different about being a twin versus not being a twin? Or do you feel like you don't really feel those things because you don't really look like your counterpart?
I don't know. I feel like it's just having a sibling.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say having a twin. I mean, honestly, twin telepathy is a thing.
Oh.
Fully.
You think so?
I can't come up with like a good example right now off the top of my head.
Hey, for the next time we're here,
pressure.
think as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because I'd love to hear an example.
Because him and I definitely just know. I don't know if it's maybe because we hang out more now that we're out of high school and stuff, but we definitely just know what the other one's going to say or what they're going to do next. And I don't know if it's twin or if it's just because we hang out.
I think it's a little mix of everything. Like
probably.
You know, like I feel my sister's 5 years older than me.
Mm.
I have one sibling. It's just my sister. And, you know, I know her so well. You know your sibling so well. You know your family so well.
Yeah.
So that I have a good idea of, like, what's about to come out of her mouth or, like, whatever's going on, what we're about to do, what's up. And so I think part of it is, like, just that. Like, it's like he's just your sibling. But also, you're, like, the same age. You've been through the same stuff.
We talk the same.
I bet you do.
We don't have the same voice, but we have the same tone of voice, people have told us.
Because you guys probably it's like the same environment for both of you.
Weird.
You've been in the same environment the entire time.
True.
So even if you don't, it's kind of like how I feel like I'm more like my friends than I am like my sibling.
Yeah.
Because I'm just in the same
I
environment.
I feel that we're all the same.
Like we're all
we all talk the same.
No, like kind of.
No, it's actually scary sometimes.
Yeah, like we do the same. Like even that stupid thing we just did.
Yeah.
We do that here. We do that in Lowell. There is no like, I don't know what it is, but we do it.
Yeah.
So you kind of know who it is based off that. But yeah, so otherwise the twin thing kind of will get people because they'll look the same and they'll be like I know these two, the Dos Santos twins. They go to UMass Lowell, and they look exactly alike. Jennifer and Jessica.
Yeah, I know them.
You know them? So I can imagine what like life is like when you look exactly alike.
I literally can't imagine that. Or this fitness account, I forget what it's called, and I don't know the girls' names, but they have like a ton of followers. Twins.
Really?
Look exactly alike. Same fitness goals, same everything. I don't know, because the way that my brother and I were compared when we were younger, I can't imagine looking the same.
Yeah.
And having to do that.
People just fucking make shit up.
Yeah.
Just because you're twins. They'll be like,
Yeah.
no, they got the same eyebrows. Like, what?
That's what.
No,
Well,
you
honestly,
don't.
my brother and I did look alike when we were little.
Mm-hmm.
I have this picture on my Instagram from when we were in kindergarten.
Did you guys dress the same at all?
No. But I used to dress like a boy, so sometimes.
I think there's two ways to go about it when you have when there's twins or just people that are exactly alike. You either fall into it and you wear the same stuff, you become the same person pretty much, or you become opposites.
True.
And I think since you guys really aren't since you're not identical twins, you didn't really probably have that issue as much.
No.
Where like you feel like you need to either be one person or like completely separate yourself.
No, but we did compete for our parents' attention.
Ah.
At least in my eyes. I think that's why I'm big into sports.
Yeah,
because I grew up with a twin brother, and I was like, I want to hang out with my dad too. I want to throw the football around, throw the baseball around.
So what sports did you play in high school?
In high school, I did
honestly.
gymnastics and track.
Ah.
But then I did pretty much all the sports under the sun.
Oh,
in
yeah, you've told me this
elementary
before.
and everything. Basketball. I tried tennis.
Go through the list. Basketball, tennis.
Field hockey, karate.
Karate.
I did dance for a little bit. Soccer, I started when I was like 4. I didn't do that for that long. I'm trying to think what else I did. My dad works at Milton Academy, so he gets all like the old equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a lacrosse stick, but I never
Okay.
played lacrosse.
Okay.
I never played lacrosse.
You stayed away. You thought maybe 6 sports was enough to try. Maybe 7 or 8
There's
actually.
got to be more. I just can't
You
think.
probably
Softball. I did softball.
Softball, it's 9 now because
Yeah.
you did the 2 high schools, the 6 you just
Yeah.
listed. Let's just say 10.
Okay.
10 sports.
Yeah.
You've at least given a shot at.
And then my parents go, yeah, no, you got to pick one. This is way too expensive.
This is too expensive.
And now I get it. But who was
yeah.
I to in the moment? Oh, I don't want to quit karate and basketball.
Yeah. But you still love basketball. Hey,
Yeah.
you're wearing the hat. You're wearing the Celtics hat.
Yeah.
You're proving a point that you wear hats. I don't know if you wear hats, though, Julia. Don't point.
Hey, I actually have 2 hats now.
Yeah. So you have 2 now. Which is dope.
Okay, well, I
like
wear
2.
hats now.
All right, we'll see. But you got the Celtics hat on.
Mm.
You love the Celtics.
I do.
More than any girl I've ever met, maybe.
Wow. Do you hear that?
Because the thing is, like,
I'm unique.
it's I'm not like other girls. I'm not like other girls.
I'm built different.
I'm a little different than other girls. No, it's like because I know it's not some girls. I hate to generalize people, but obviously guys like sports more than girls do.
Yeah.
Typically.
Okay, also, I think that guys are just more open about it.
For sure. Some girls love it.
Because I know a lot of girls. Well, okay, let's not say a lot.
lot.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
a good amount of girls that enjoy watching sports too. You just wouldn't even know.
Yeah, like maybe like some hockey. Girls like hockey.
Yeah.
More
Oh my god, I
typical.
haven't watched a Bruins game in so long.
I do.
I'm such a fake fan.
I gotta get back into it. It's been too long.
YouTube TV got rid of Nessun, so
Oh.
I don't know if it's
So where
back
you
or
gonna-
not.
So where are you
I'll
gonna
have to
get
ask my
your
dad.
games? Because
Yeah,
otherwise,
exactly.
I'm not gonna go live stream. I'm not gonna go
Yeah.
crack streams.
Yeah,
and find
Dees
you know
was
what I
like,
mean?
go on that website or whatever, unless you don't know how to work it. I'm like, I don't know how to work it, so I won't be doing that.
But you said some stuff to me when we first hung out. First of all, you were pulling up the Celtics game while we were out to eat at like the.
Oh yeah, I
the
do that at
Olive
the
Garden,
gym too.
which is
Actually,
great,
Dees was judging me for it
'cause
yesterday.
if I was able to, I'd totally do that.
Oh yeah, that was like the 3rd time I think that was like the
Yeah.
3rd time we hung out
Something
at
like
the
that.
Celtics game at
You
the
were
end of
watching.
the
You
table.
were watching the Seas, and another time we hung out, we were at Mike's. We were also watching the Seas. But you were saying but yeah, you had it up and you're watching, and it wasn't in a way because there is some girls that will literally just try to watch stuff just to be like the
Yeah.
girl that watches it.
Yeah.
And I know what those conversations go like. They're like, oh, I love the Celtics. That's the first things that'll come out of their mouth. I love them. I do that. I bet. For you had that same pain that I was feeling. Like
Yeah.
you look and you'd be like,
Yeah,
you're like, damn it, Marcus. Like, I love you. Don't shoot.
Tatum,
Like,
why would you take that shot?
it's like, you know what I mean? So I was looking at it like, oh, you watch. Like,
Yeah.
you actually watch. It's
Yeah.
not like that fake, like, oh, I'm a big Celtics
Yeah.
fan. Anybody that says, I love the Celtics is like, not actually
Take it with a
watching.
grain of salt,
Yeah, like-
basically. I actually have a question about that though.
Yeah.
Because JJ Redick.
Yeah.
My brother put me on to that Smart and Tatum. Did you go to the Smart
went to
one?
the Marcus Smart
yeah,
one.
okay.
Yeah.
Because Dee said you were going to a show.
Yeah.
He said, oh, Marcus Smart show. I was like,
Yeah. So
you got to go to that.
I did.
What?
So to clarify.
How was that?
I was in class like a couple weeks ago, and I get a text from my dad, and it's just 2 tickets, and he goes, "I don't know what this is, but I bought it." And I was
Where
like,
was it?
It was in Somerville. It
Oh,
was like in like it was like right above like the theater. They have like this little open area. It was really nicely set up. Like we didn't have great seats or nothing, because we was
Hey,
general
I mean,
admission. But like
it's
we
alright.
wanted to go see.
Yeah.
I love Marcus Smart. Marcus
Yeah.
Smart's like my favorite like athlete ever. And so I got to go see him talk to
That's
JJ Redick.
sick.
It was like a live podcast.
Yeah.
Is what it was. It was so
Because
cool.
listening to it on Spotify was so weird. Did you re-listen to it?
No, I haven't. I should though. But it was fun, like being there. Like they came out, like everyone's cheering, like they're
Yeah.
talking, like
You can hear it in
they're
there.
asking the fans and
Yeah.
everything. Oh, it was so cool. It was really really fun. But yeah, I'm funny you said that. I think it's called The Old Man and the Three. That's JJ Redick's podcast,
Yes.
and it was honestly pretty good. They gave out these like lemonades and shit.
Hey.
Yeah, it was kind of
Free
a come
shit.
up. It was kind of a come
Gotta
up.
love it.
Yeah, so I went to that, and it was great. I had a ball. I could see it not being for everybody. Like some people definitely shouldn't go to that. Like,
Yeah.
But for me, like
If
I
you
love
don't care
podcasts.
about basketball, don't go.
I care about basketball.
Yeah.
I know these guys. Like I love Marcus Smart. Like it was literally like made for me.
Did you watch the Tatum one too, or listen to the Tatum
I haven't
one?
watched it yet, but I saw some of the things that they talked about.
It was
Pretty
good.
interesting.
It honestly changed my perspective on Tatum a little bit.
What were you thinking before versus
All right,
after?
so Tatum, right? He's a young guy. I get it, but he did one and done in college.
He did.
So he's been in the league. This is his 5th year.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was always thinking, okay, like, why aren't you good? Not that he's not good, okay? Don't take it like that, but
Yep.
consistency. That's a big part of being an NBA player.
Yeah.
NBA superstar. You need to be consistent, in
Very
my
true.
mind.
I agree.
And Tatum, I don't know what it is about him, but he hasn't gotten there yet,
yeah.
and it's been 5 years.
Because 5 years is
So-
5 years.
Right.
You know?
5 years in the league. It's not even like 5 years playing basketball. It's 5 years in the league.
Yeah.
Why aren't you there yet?
Good,
So
it's
I always
valid.
think Brown. I always am like, why is Brown not getting more credit? He's been pretty much a consistent player for 3 years.
That's another great point.
So,
That's a
right?
great point. That's a great
So,
point.
and you know, people always comparing Tatum and Brown. But I listened to this podcast, and Tatum was basically explaining, I don't know, just his perspective on everything. He was saying that as a player, you know, he's still learning from the greats in the NBA, which is good.
Yeah.
It's good to hear.
Great. It's great to hear.
But he also talked about like the challenges in the bubble last year and how when he had COVID, it took him a long time to get over COVID. And he was saying how the Raptors series was like the hardest.
I saw that.
He was the most tired he's ever been as a team and everything. I don't know. I feel like I didn't give them enough slack last year. I
Yeah.
can't imagine like being in a bubble playing with 20 people in the stands.
Yeah, like, and just barely having, like, your family around.
And
like,
barely having players too,
You're
because
just
half the
sitting
team
there.
was always out with COVID.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, from last year, like, especially, like, once they got out of the bubble, it's like now everyone's in and out of the lineup all the time.
Yeah.
It has been a little bit of a... I mean, the whole time he's been in the league and he's been with the Celtics, we could say, oh, he hasn't been consistent, but the team hasn't been
I know.
a consistent roster.
Yeah, that's
and
what
I think
I was.
that's kind of what
yeah.
you're getting at.
And
like,
the coaching too.
the coaching has changed since he's gotten here, which is not like, you know, it's not very uncommon. Coaches change. You know,
Yeah.
at least Stevens is still in the building. It's not
Right,
like
right,
that
right,
crazy. And Ainge is probably still in the building somewhere. We know that.
Definitely.
And, but yeah, definitely, like, you have Kemba, Kyrie, IT, all,
He
like,
was talking
you know,
about
they
all
all
them
in
too,
and out.
and Scary Terry.
Terry,
I
yeah,
miss him.
don't forget, he was
Miss
probably
him.
better than all of them.
He was
For
literally
us, at
the
least.
best.
I love Terry Rozier, but you have all them. The only person stuck around is Marcus.
Yeah.
And then even a couple days ago, you ship out 7 guys,
Yeah.
and like I was all for most of the moves like individually, but like to if you told me before the deadline, we're gonna get rid of 7 of our
Right.
players that have been here for a season plus, like that's
It's
hard.
crazy.
That's hard.
Especially
These are your friends.
mid-season too.
Yeah, like, these are your like that's Marcus was talking about it at the thing. When I
Yeah.
was there, he was like, "I don't lose no sleep." That's what he kept saying. I don't lose no
Yeah,
sleep on the
because they
deadline.
were asking him about, because he's always in the talks.
Every year.
Every year.
And then he was like, I don't lose no
He
sleep
was like,
anymore.
yeah, I don't care.
But he's like, but my teammates do. And like
Yeah.
I was kind of like telling him like, because it's not, he didn't even say it like it's like these are his friends, and they're coming to him like, yo, how do you deal with all
I
this?
can't
And then the next day,
you're right.
I was there the day before the deadline.
Yeah.
So they recorded the day before the deadline. Next day,
Yeah, they
he was
said
literally
that
talking
on the
about
podcast.
It was crazy.
They
It
were
was
like,
so
it's
crazy.
2-something p.m. day before the deadline, and I was like, oh. And Marcus doesn't give a shit.
Oh, he don't care. He's in Boston doing a Boston event.
Yeah.
Like, it's for like the fans.
He's like,
Boston.
I'm not losing sleep over this.
Yeah, he knows because I think he is very certain he's not gonna get traded. Because he's a odd scenario of where like, no matter what you trade him for, the value won't be equal. Because no one thinks he's good enough to give you a superstar, or even a star. And then say you get role players in return. They won't feel that like emotional.
Picks. Like, you're not gonna trade him for picks.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't. That's the heart and
That's
soul of
what
your
he's
team.
worth, but you can't do that.
Yeah, like from basketball analytics wise and all that, he is worth a price. But like his the emotional like turmoil you'd be causing by trading a guy like that.
Plus, he's getting better again.
I like Marcus Smart as a player.
I do
really
too.
do.
I think he had a weird little couple years with injuries and stuff.
He did have some like
he
even last year.
He just wasn't the same after that.
That's a good point. I never think of lingering injuries.
Yeah.
Because I only played high school, and I know in high school, even like now, I'm 3 years removed, I don't feel the same as I did then.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like you're 16, like you could fall from like a 30-story building and be fine the next day.
Yeah.
Like your body is just like ready for all types of pain. And like now, if I tried to play basketball the way I did then, now like you're going to practice every day, 2 hours a day.
Because it's your muscles too.
Like, you just get sore, and I get sore now. Like, if I get hit, I'll feel it for days. I might not bruise, but I'll feel it. Like, and I just wonder, like, these injuries they have where it's literally...
And they're old, too. I mean, not old, but they're older.
So, like, Marcus is what, like 28 now?
Yeah.
Crazy. I remember when he was drafted. God. I do. I'm starting to feel that way about some guys, like, the people I remember being at the top of the league are all getting, like, really old now. And fading away.
That's what happens with football, too.
Football happens fast.
Oh, my God. But it's all, like, all these people that I'm still remembering as quarterbacks and wide receivers. I'm just like, they've been retired for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Aaron Rodgers is the only person left that, like, I really, like, remember from, like, my childhood. Like, Brady's gone, Bree's gone. All those guys are gone. Phillip Rivers, even like a quarterback like that. Peyton Manning. Like, I remember those guys being the best of the game.
Yeah.
Cam
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Ben out. Bye-bye. Great guy, though. Great guy. I've seen some interviews of him. Great guy. But, yeah, they're all leaving. And now it's just a bunch of young, new faces. I feel like an old head now. Like, I've moved on generations of sports. And I'm only like 20-something years old.
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens when you're like a sports fan at a young age.
True.
You know.
I was never really into the players though.
Like
until
you're more like
recently.
Teams.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I just feel like I don't understand how some of you guys just know every single player.
You'd be shocked the amount of players I know in the NBA. Like,
I wouldn't be shocked.
It's fascinating.
Because I have a brother that does the same shit. It blows my mind.
I know everybody. And the thing is, like, I don't just know everybody. I'm not good with college stuff. I'll say that. That's my biggest weakness. College is hard. Like, some people will know.
Until you watch the drafts, then
I know everything. Right. I know everything about all these guys. But until then, I don't know anything about the college game, really. I know, like, the big names, but I barely know where anybody went to school. I have no idea. Otherwise,
it's like Duke.
I could tell you. Yeah, guess Duke. When in doubt, guess Duke, Kentucky, or, like, Kentucky again.
Or like Ohio State or something.
Yeah, like they're not going anywhere else. So, or Gonzaga or something like that. I don't know. I just always will I just know everybody. I know like their play styles. I know where
how do you just watch all the games?
I watch as many games as I possibly can. Okay. This year has been my worst year by far, and I think it's because I'm in Lowell now, and I have people around me all the time, so I can't just like.
Yeah, no, same. I used to watch as many football games as I could on Sundays, and I mean, obviously now the NFL's over for the year, whatever. Yeah. But I could not tell you the last time I watched more than the Pats game, or even the Pats game.
Yeah, it can be hard. It's like as you like to do more things, but I still love those things. But I'm just like it's the first thing to go. Like once I have other stuff to do, like you have a job, you have school, the first thing to go has to be the sports.
Right.
You can't hang on to that. It does suck, but I mean, it is supposed to be just a pastime. But for me, it's like so much more.
Football's America's pastime.
It is America's pastime. No one watches baseball anymore.
Hey, all right, I like baseball.
I like baseball too.
Going to the games is way better than watching them on TV.
I'm learning to relove. I loved baseball when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. I hated it for about like 4 or 5 years.
Everybody hates on it.
Past 2 years, I'm back on the bandwagon. They're probably gonna have a lockout to the season, so they probably won't even like play the full season this year.
Yeah,
which would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
The season probably should be shorter.
Yeah, they have so many games.
162.
How?
Not only
how can you have pitchers, first of all? How, no. That should not, no.
So many games.
Yeah. How can you have pitchers that can do that?
Like you play, say you're in a 5-man rotation, you're the ace, so you play every 4 or 5 games, which is basically every 4 or 5 days.
That's also not considering if you have a shitty game and you have to put a new pitcher in. Right?
You know what I think about? The baseballs. Think about how many baseballs they use.
How many do you think they use in a game?
I've looked it up before and I forget what it is now. It sucks. But I remember I knew all these things.
A ridiculous amount.
Because every foul ball.
Yeah.
Every home run. Every ball that gets dirty. They take it, throw it aside. And then they might reuse them if they wash them, whatever. But probably
and then you
not.
have the warm-up balls.
The warm-up balls. The practice. The ones they just give away, sign and give away. Think of how many fucking baseballs there are. Just the amount that goes into this sport, feels needless in total. If you just cut the season,
right?
I think the NBA season's a little too long.
Yeah.
And that's half.
I know.
It's half. Imagine if they said, "Yo, we're gonna double the NBA season." I'd be like, "All right, relax." I'd love the basketball. I really would, but I know that, how do you not become disinterested? If you're a baseball player, it's game 70 of the regular season. You're the 3 seed.
You're not even halfway there.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna show up. I'm just gonna show up and then put on my hat and leave.
Yeah, I feel like anything over 100 is just absurd.
Yeah. What would you? So say you were the head of all of baseball. You got to make the decisions. What would you do?
Season-wise?
Season-wise, even innings. It's 9 innings. It's 4 hours.
True, 9 is a lot.
9's a lot.
Okay, you can go through 5 pitchers.
Yeah.
Which is your
in a competitive
whole roster.
game. In a competitive game, you can go through about 5 pitchers. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you probably got 2 or 3 middle relievers. You got,
but then you think about how many games are won in the 9th inning too.
Yeah.
You have to weigh those statistics too. But if you cut the innings down, then people would probably make bigger plays earlier on.
Yeah, they'd go for shit. You're trying to hit that that home run, that clutch home run.
In the 6th inning instead of the 9th.
So would you make it 7 maybe?
Maybe.
If you could snap your fingers and just make it so.
I don't know.
Sad thing is none of it can ever happen because of the money.
Yeah.
Because every inning you get rid of is less money.
Right.
On concessions and less money in general, of just keeping everybody in the building. The more people are in your store, more people will spend.
What sport makes the most money, do you think? Football?
Soccer. Worldwide. International.
True.
But in the U.S., definitely football.
Yeah.
1,000% football. Think of how many people watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They made the Super Bowl a holiday, pretty much.
Facts.
They should
Cincinnati
take Mondays
had
off.
Monday off, even though they lost.
Yeah.
I was also thinking about, imagine the teams that the fans just don't watch. The Browns.
I wouldn't watch.
There's never anyone there in the stadium.
Watch.
They pan around the stadium. There's 2 people.
It's sad. Well, the team's just always bad and dysfunctional.
Okay, but the Bills, they've been good the past 2 seasons, but the Bills Mafia has always been a thing.
Yeah, I guess. Well, it's for them. They made it again. They made it an experience. Same thing as the Super Bowl. People that don't like football will watch Super Bowl.
I mean, even Pats fans though, they always show up.
We've been so good. I don't even remember.
I know we have, but the past 2 years, not really. Yeah, this year was okay, but last year was a little. Ugh.
Yeah, we're still there. I mean, at least it was but that's the thing. One bad year, these the Browns haven't won since the 60s.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
The Cowboys haven't won in 40 years, and they're always
The
good but not
Lions.
great. The Lions have never
Oh
won
my
a Super Bowl, I
God.
don't think.
The poor Lions. They lose on Thanksgiving
Every year.
every year. They're supposed to win. Like, why do they not win? They used to win.
NFL has done a great job of they only have what like 20 days of gameplay.
Yeah.
20 days of gameplay.
And they spread it out, so they keep the fans
Yeah,
interested.
the fans are around for about 25 weeks or
Yeah.
23 weeks of the year. You got the draft day. That's not the only days people care about. Probably the 17 weeks of regular season games, or 18 weeks, I guess now.
Yeah, because of bye.
And they added the extra game, and then the
true.
3 weeks of playoffs, and then then draft day. So it's really
Yeah.
there's like 25 of the 365 days a year that are actual things, and the NFL makes the most money in the world. Maybe the NBA should take a note. Maybe the MLB should take some notes. You don't need
Honestly,
162 games to get people to buy
especially
and love your
because
shit.
both of those leagues have more teams, no?
No. I think the NFL has 32.
32.
And then the other ones have 30.
Oh, really?
MLB, I
Why
think
do I
has
always
30.
think of like
MLB
the
might have
NBA as
32.
having more?
NBA's got 30.
Wow.
They gotta add more though.
Yeah, they should.
Because the NHL just added 2 recently, so now they're at 32, I think. And I think they went really well. Both the team that got added, I think, either went on to win it. Which team was it? The Knights, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. I think they either just recently won or got to the finals. In 2 years after they got assembled.
Insane.
You literally get assembled out of the scraps.
Yeah.
Every team used to protect their best 10 players, and then you have to build the team of the leftovers.
And then you make it to the finals
next
in a
year
year.
you make it to the finals.
Okay. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
crazy.
I think of the NBA as having more because their games are more days. That could be it.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean?
Well, throughout the week. Like the NFL is only Thursday,
Yeah, I guess.
Sunday,
yeah,
and then
makes
at the
sense.
end of the season, Saturdays.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's because
The
there's
NBA
more
is
games.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Plus,
Friday.
I feel like there's more relevant. There's more relevant leagues, I guess, as well. I feel like if you're in the NBA, they also have their G League stuff.
Yeah.
And they have other the other There's this other organization that has this $1 million bracket every year. March Madness is a massive
True,
thing,
true.
which is coming up. I love March Madness.
I do too.
That's
My family and I have a pool. We do the football games every week.
Do
we
you?
have a pool. You just pick who wins.
Nah.
There's no money on it or anything. I've been known to do pretty well though. No, I kind of fall off by the end of the season when I stop watching the games.
Yeah.
But at the beginning, I'm usually up there. But then we do a March Madness bracket too.
Yeah, I gotta fill up my
But
bracket soon.
know nothing about college basketball right now.
Yeah, college hoops. The only things I know about college basketball. I like basketball in general. I have a good wealth of basketball knowledge. I like to see what college teams are doing differently. I like to see what new strategies are being used, whatever. So I've been looking at what some of the college teams are doing in that sense, but that's all I know. Otherwise, I don't really. I know their stats better than I know the players on the teams.
See, I don't know any of it. I know UNC is horrible this year because my dad's a UNC fan.
Yeah, they're not good.
They're not good.
It's crazy. Duke's still good.
Always
Gonzaga's great. Gonzaga's great.
Kentucky, I'm sure.
They're just
up
gonna.
there.
Some of those teams are always good. I guess that's kind of the annoying part of college hoops. Though.
Yeah.
I feel like those teams are always good. It's not like the
It's
NBA.
boring.
NBA,
Oh my god, the NBA.
some teams are always good, but things
Right.
change at least. There's think of it like this: in the '80s, the Pistons won twice.
Yeah.
The Bulls were winning in the '90s. Then you get the Rockets win some, and then it's a kind of like a cycle. Obviously, the
Yeah.
Lakers, Celtics, some teams always
Warriors,
will rise.
except the Warriors aren't that good anymore.
Yeah, they're good. They're good again this year. Ish.
True.
But they're
not
last year wasn't that
crazy good like they have been.
They're not the. It's funny because they're not that 1 seed best team in the league unanimously anymore, but they have the same roster
Yeah.
that they did when that happened. and they are playing really good. It's just like now they're like the 2 or 3 seed, something like that. And it's just kind of like doesn't feel the exact same. It doesn't feel like they're just gonna walk over whoever they
Right,
play.
yeah. They like lose games now. It's weird.
Hey guys, they lose.
No, because for a while they just never did.
They lost 9 games that one season. Imagine them being 73-9 in anything. Like, man,
that's insane.
And just how good they are. Did you watch the All-Star game?
I didn't.
I only watched the highlights. I was bored.
Watching a movie with my parents.
What'd you watch?
I can't even. Oh, it was called 7 Pounds.
That's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
That is an amazing
It was good.
movie.
My mom did not get
sad.
it the whole time. She was so confused. And my dad and I, like, from the start, we knew it. We talked about it when we'd watched it on Hulu. But we had to pause it. Someone had to use the bathroom or something. And we talked about it. And we were like, yeah, so this, and this. And we were like,
if you haven't seen 7 Pounds, go watch it. It is so good. Will Smith, right? I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was sad.
It was so sad.
Yeah. That's not what I was expecting.
I'm just watching
going into watching it.
No. Like towards the end.
Because you just know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
By that point, you have figured out what's going to happen. And you just,
I feel like our generation, we kind of see Will Smith as like, he's the Fresh Prince,
Yeah.
And a lot of people see him that way. But I think ours, like, since we didn't really get to see like all his serious roles, like we weren't really around for like Pursuit of Happiness, 7 Pounds, these really serious roles.
Yeah.
We kind of have only seen him as the Fresh Prince or the guy from Men in Black. That's how people know Will Smith.
Yeah.
So he's really fun and young and like he's like
lighthearted.
Lighthearted. He was Aladdin. He was
you
like
turn
he was
this
a genie
movie on, you're like, oh yeah.
And then you go watch 7 Pounds. You're like, oh my God.
You're just depressed.
Yeah, you just don't know. 7 Pounds. He has 3 like 7 Pounds. He played Muhammad Ali. It's called Ali. That's really good. And Pursuit of Happiness. You ever watch Pursuit of Happiness?
Mm-mm. I'm not big into movies.
It's okay. I'm not sad about that you haven't watched it. I'm just sad thinking about that movie. It's so heartfelt and like
I'll have
emotional.
to watch it.
It's
I just feel like I like watching movies with people. I'm never around people when I'm here.
I get it. But like, what are you gonna?
Alone.
It's hard to find a good movie to watch with.
Oh yeah, the hardest part about finding a movie is literally scrolling aimlessly through Netflix and Hulu and everything.
All right, and plus at this point there's so many different streaming platforms. Like, all right, which platform should we look through now?
Exactly.
I always start with Disney, and then I make my way to Netflix, and then Hulu.
I always start with
Hulu.
Hulu.
HBO. Really? Start with Hulu. I feel like Hulu's got better shows though.
Yeah, they have some good originals.
They had 7 Pounds though.
Yeah.
Wow. I gotta watch 7 Pounds.
I'm pretty sure it was Hulu.
I think it was because because that's the thing. I go to that like probably last.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen 7 Pounds.
See, Netflix, I don't know, something about it. Just
it's
the
gotten
way
so much worse.
Yeah, just the way that they make their whatever they're called, like themes or whatever that you scroll through. They're just so bad.
It is easier on the other ones.
Whatever, it just no.
The top 10 list is awful. It's like literally whatever came out this week.
You go to drama and it's all these like cheesy movies. I don't want that.
I want like something like I can invest myself in a little bit. I don't want to just be given this like shitty drama.
Yeah, Hulu's good about documentaries and stuff too. We watched the Charles Manson one.
Oh, that was probably so cool. Did you watch? You probably didn't. It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Movie came out like not that long ago. Like that, like the Manson family takes like a big part in it. And you know how they killed what's her name?
Can't remember her name right now, but
Sharon?
yeah.
Was it Sharon? Something. I forget her name. Seriously, Tate.
Yes.
Sharon Tate. Sure.
Something Tate.
Something Tate.
At her house.
At her house. And so this movie is basically like, it's just Quentin Tarantino, the director. You ever heard of that name? He like basically took this like that moment in history and like rewrote it kind of. But instead of doing it the way you'd think, like he rewrote the moment and then saw what happened after, he rewrote before and then it led up to that moment.
Oh, okay.
And then it changed what happened that day.
Huh.
It was fucking awesome.
Where do you watch that on?
I saw it on... What did I watch? I think it's on Netflix. It might be on Netflix, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And if it isn't, find it somewhere else because it's a good movie. It's weird, is long. There's a lot of driving, a lot of like feels useless time being used. It's very much
Sounds like a book.
Yeah, it is. Are you one of those people that thinks the books are better than the movies?
Yeah. I just love reading.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you read?
Everything.
What does that mean?
I like drama, obviously, but Jody Picol, have you heard of her? She's really good at doing historical fiction.
Oh,
so she has a lot of books, not like what you would think, but I read this one book and it was about this woman, and you know, it was about her life and her love life and her kid and whatever.
Cute.
And like baby daddy was in Egypt because she got pregnant in grad school when she was doing like her Egyptology, whatever.
Wow.
But you
What a
get
story.
into like the hieroglyphics and all the Egyptian stuff, and it was cool. It's cool.
Interesting.
The way that she writes is really cool because she does a lot of her books like that.
So do you read a lot?
Yeah, I would say so.
How much do you read?
I read a lot more in the summer.
Because you can sit outside with a
Yeah,
nice book.
like 20 plus books at least in the summer.
Per summer?
Yeah.
And
then over the school year, like I think I've only read like 3 or 4 books so far.
20 books a summer.
Yeah. Because like
even
my
if it was
mom
10.
used to do book clubs, so I have all the books from her, and then
Oh, that's cool.
my
sister does book club.
she's not my grandma because she married my grandfather, but we call her Patricia. She sent me a bunch of books because she was clearing out her house.
Wow.
So I've read a lot of memoirs too from her.
That's
like
cool.
Trevor Noah's book.
Oh,
It
she
was
has
good.
that?
It was good.
I've heard about it.
If I still have it, you should read it.
Really?
Yeah, it was very interesting.
He's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
I like Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
I didn't like him for a long time, and then I actually like
It was cool to get his
cared to
backstory.
like find out about him a little
Yeah.
more. I don't love that little like that style of show he does, like the Daily Show. With
Yeah.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
I think like funny politics aren't funny to me
No.
that much. I think it comes off corny. But
his book is good.
hearing him talk about some issues, like he seems very just like open to like other people's perspectives.
He where he grew up, his dad was European, so he's half black, half white.
Yeah.
So his whole book is about how when he was growing up, he didn't know where he fit in. He felt like he fit in better with the white kids, but they said, "Oh, you don't look like us."
That's so sad.
And then he'd try to go fit in with the black kids, and they'd say, "Yeah, you don't look like us."
So you're kind of like in this middle
So he
ground.
details all about his identity and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
That is cool. I feel like nowadays, you think one point we'll get to like everyone's light skin? At some point.
I feel like we should have been there already.
Like, how have we not all become light skinned
Right.
at some point? Like, I mean, people have their preferences. I'm not saying like if you're white, like you need to find a black person.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're black, you need to find a white person.
Honestly, yeah, at some point.
Well, we're bound to,
With
right?
how diverse America is.
Because once you have one person be light skinned, like you're like they're light skinned.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I wonder how long it would take for that. Because like now we're getting to the point. There's people like Blake Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's so light skinned that he's white.
Yeah.
I wonder how far. Like say he keeps marrying white women, or he wears a white woman. They have a white kid.
Yeah.
Then they are like a light skin, but even more than Blake Griffin, white kid. And then they keep going down the line. It's just more white women that these kids keep marrying. And then at what point are they just not black at all?
I feel like you always are. There's always that like 1%. Because what is it? Each generation drops off by 50%. It's like a half-life. Like you still have.
It's like a half-life.
You still have it. It's just not as.
It would be like
as much.
0.0025%.
Yeah.
At some point.
And keep going and going and going until it rounds to 0, but it's not technically 0.
Because you could do that forever.
Yeah. It's like a half-life.
It's annoying. That's annoying though. Like the fact that there's an infinite amount of numbers between 0 and 1.
Are you just talking about in general?
In general.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Why? Like there's
Who came up with
0
that?
and 1. There's infinite amount.
Who came up with infinity?
Because 0 to 1 is finite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if there's one of these.
Yeah.
But there's an infinite amount of ways I could describe it, theoretically.
No, that literally hurts my brain.
Hurts my brain.
Who was the first person that decided that?
Someone sucks. Someone out there, whoever made...
Someone was just so bored.
We made up math.
We made up everything. Do you ever think about that? I think about that so much.
Uh-huh.
So there was always a first person to come up with something.
You want the thing...
Driving? Who came up with that?
Ready for this one? Milk. Who went up to a cow?
It was like...
And was like... And then who drank it? Because, listen, to do it, like... I guess maybe I could see that somehow happening. Because, like, you know, you see these little cows do it.
Yeah,
the little cows go up and, like...
Yeah.
But to then drink it? That's crazy.
And then say, it's so sweet.
And then, like, this is good. Let's just, like, pasture. Let's make it a little better. Let's, like, because they do stuff to it. It's not, We're not getting straight from the...
Yeah.
Obviously. They got to do something to it. So they do stuff to it. And then they package it and sell it across the world.
And then you have cheese,
and everyone
butter,
has milk. I bought milk today.
Ice cream.
All from that cow's udder. Cows are weird things, too.
Cows are weird.
It's just, like... These black and white spotted.
And they're huge, too.
Massive, smelly things with, like,
And just, someone just said...
with, like, udders. Stupid name for two, by the way. Like, do you think that's perfectly named or poorly named?
I don't know what else I would name it.
Because it's, like, it's udders. Like,
yeah.
Ugh. It's a stupid word in general.
It is a stupid word. Who says that word?
You could also say it.
Does it mean like to talk?
To talk, like I uttered. Oh, he had uttered. Why?
Why?
English is stupid too.
English is stupid. So stupid.
So dumb.
The dumbest language by far.
Probably right behind like I don't know. I think Mandarin's pretty stupid. I'm sorry. I think Mandarin. And listen, I can say that.
I feel like Ethan knows Mandarin, so you should be careful.
Ethan knows Mandarin.
I feel like he does. Someone does, because I definitely had a conversation about it before.
No, Ethan loves Chinese.
It definitely is Ethan.
Chinese food. Loves Chinese food.
Someone like took it in high school.
Him and his dad go to Chinese restaurants.
Freshman year,
craziest thing.
We went to not me, him, and his dad.
Did you go get some dim sum?
We went to dim sum. It was so good. I literally felt like an idiot though, because I did not know how to use chopsticks. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I need a fork.
I'm not the best with them.
Because it's a genuine, like, Chinese place. They literally just bring shit around on carts.
Yeah.
And you say if you want it or not. And Ethan knew what everything was, like, said if we wanted it or not.
He is such an interesting guy.
Yeah.
How interesting is that?
Right. And, of course, me, like, the least cultured person you'll ever meet. Like, genuinely.
Hey, maybe not. You read.
I do, but I try.
I do.
I try to try new things. Like I'm never I'm never against trying new things. I'm just not one to be cultured on my own, I feel like.
I'm so on board with that.
But I tried everything.
Way. I'll try.
Everything he said, I was like, yeah, sure. I just need a fork, but I'll try.
Yeah, I just so happen myself into a lot of information. So, you know, I might not be actively looking for it.
Yeah.
But I am cultured, I guess, in some ways, like, because I'm very curious.
I feel like I'm cultured with people.
Yeah, I
like to understand
that's kind of what
people.
I feel like I mean.
So when I read, I do a lot of reading around like people. My minor's disability studies.
Have you ever wanted to write a book?
I'm working on that. Honestly, no. I feel like I'm a shit writer.
Have you ever tried?
No. But in high school, they always told me I was a really bad writer. Really? And then I get to college, and my professor's like, wow, these essays are great.
College professors and high school professors.
Where did that come from?
High school are looking for, like, specific mechanisms and things.
Yeah.
College is just looking for it to be good.
High school wants you to analyze the fuck out of every single word that a poet wrote.
College
that did not want to be analyzed. First of all, like, who made that up?
Yeah.
Who decided the color blue is sad? And every time a poet says something about blue, he's sad.
And you know what bugs me, though, when they do shit like that? Because they'll, like, they're just making shit up
Yeah.
sometimes. Like, they'll be like, and they made this blue. Because usually it means sad, but in this scenario, they wanted to play with our minds and make it a happy thing. I'm like, bro, you don't
And
think
they literally said
he just
the
so
chair
happened
is
to make this
blue.
blue. He just so happened to make a chair blue in
Because
this
blue is
scenario.
his favorite color.
Just because he likes blue.
Like,
Or he
who-
had a blue
what?
chair he was
Yeah.
sitting on.
Yeah.
And you have no idea what you're
Right.
talking about right now. Bugs me.
I think that was my problem with writing and stuff in high school, was it just was so forced.
Yeah.
And then you get to college and you have the right idea, and it's way more argumentative writing and forming your own opinions rather than just spitting out whatever they want you to.
Yeah, that's what it is. You have to form an opinion based. I mean, like, the thing is with college, it's very much like you have to prove your opinion. That's kind of the only part
Research
that sucks.
articles, everything.
research
Peer
sucks,
reviewed has
but
to be.
It is what you think in the end. It becomes something that you care about and argue because, like,
That's
it's
true.
what you think.
Yeah, I actually did a cool one. I've never thought of myself as liking writing, but at college, I don't know, man. But in college writing too, we had to do.
Never know what it'll do to you.
We had to do an essay. We had to pick a stance on like a widely argued topic or something, and I chose school shooters.
Oh, whoa. And so my first
But
thought
not
was
no.
shooting at schools and
Not-
where I stand on
Not
that.
in the way you think, though.
Because some people think they should be pro school shooters, whereas I'm anti.
Stop, that came out so wrong. I did how the media portrays school shooters.
Ooh, can you teach me?
So I basically had to find articles and stuff because my stance that I was taking was that the media does a horrible job because they focus on the shooter and they basically give people an outline of how to shoot up a school.
Oh my god.
For lack of better words, they put the way that they talk about the shooters in news stories, anything, is they say, oh, well, this guy got a gun and he went in and he did this and he has this YouTube channel and let's link his website because it's still up because why not? And
Really?
they
do
focus
that?
it on the shooter. My stance was we should focus more on the victims and how to stop this type of stuff rather than focusing and basically idolizing the shooter.
Just you almost kind of.
'Cause
I think you're right.
The
'Cause a lot of it
Columbine
is for
shooters,
that.
their website is still up.
Really?
Yes. And they were like the first ones to do it.
Really? Wow. And they do that. That's what happens.
Yeah.
The shooter gets.
Idolized, basically. Or oh, he wasn't, they talk to the parents, oh, he wasn't a bad kid. He didn't give us any telltale signs that he was going to do this.
Cap.
It makes you,
I think that's also cap.
yeah, first
There's
of all.
no way.
No.
I saw. I forget what comedian. I think it was Sebastian Maniscalco. He was like, "Are these parents checking these kids' rooms? Like, you know, like if my parents would know if I was finna school.
Or like, oh, my gun box is open.
Like, come on.
There's no way you didn't know. There's no way this was a first time thing.
It's on the parents more than it is on the actual kid.
But then it's also on the media.
Yeah.
And
Making
you can literally
making
Google
it like
anything.
a thing because now it's like a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It's an option.
right.
Which
And there's so
is
much
crazy.
coverage on how it's been done that you can genuinely formulate a plan of how to do it and most likely be successful.
And kids today are like, you know, like suicide's like
Yeah.
weird today. People want to die
Yeah.
frequently today.
Yeah.
So, you know, what better way to go out than to have your name in the news and like everyone knows who you are. Like, you know, some people these people obviously aren't in the right state of mind. They want to take their own life anyway. So you're not gonna be able to reason with someone and say like, oh, well, it's not like a glorious thing to do to take these other lives, but that's not
Right.
what they're thinking about.
No.
Their mind isn't right now.
No.
So if you glorify these things and
Yeah.
make that an option, then that's what it feels like. But I like the way you said
That
that.
was my
I mean,
essay.
it's a good point. That's a very good point because you
Got
could
a good
do it
grade
the
on
other
it.
way where you just have the three, 4 victims.
Right.
You say these are the victims, like these are their stories, whatever. Just cover that, cover the school, I guess, and then just say what they're gonna do to stop it.
Okay, because also I actually saw an article today, which this is going to get really dark, but a professor got hit by a shuttle yesterday. Did you see that? Yeah.
Hit by a shot.
Right across from my house. I wasn't home.
Whoa.
But also at UMass Amherst yesterday, a girl got hit and killed.
Really?
And the reason I'm bringing this
Where
up...
have I been? Where
The
have I
reason
been?
I'm bringing this up is because in the article that I read about the girl that died, they said a 21-year-old unnamed driver cooperated with the police on the scene, whatever. How come he doesn't have to get named?
Do you have to give your,
Like,
what's
it'd
it
be
called?
so easy when a school shooter kills people to just not say their name.
Oh, so you're saying it like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That
You
makes
know?
sense. That makes sense. I
I
thought you were going to
get,
say,
like, the one because of him is probably a court thing.
he probably
or,
just
like,
said, like, I don't want my name in there, and you can do that. You don't have to
Yeah,
have
it's
your
a
name in
legal
there.
thing. But
But
like, it's so easy to not.
Because you could just not.
Yeah, it's so
That's a
easy
good
to tell
point.
the story and
Yeah.
get the story across
I
and
see where
still
you're going
not
with
say
that.
the name.
It's a good point. Yeah. And, like, it's funny, but that's the thing. Like, with this college paper, you'd never have a strong feeling on that.
Right.
Or you'd never have an
I
opinion.
know. And then she just said, pick a topic. And I was like, oh, okay, school shootings. Like,
I guess I'll go with the school shootings.
well, because other people were doing, like, is college education worth it? And blah, blah, blah. And, like, that's such a two-sided argument.
Yeah.
It'd be so easy to argue one or the other, but I feel like it'd be really hard to strongly argue one.
Okay. Yeah, because there's no middle ground.
Because it's not a line. It's gray.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many benefits to going to college depending on who you are.
Yeah.
And there's so many cons to going to college depending on who you are. But you can't, that's so hard to pick a side.
Yeah.
I don't
you know
even have a
any of the
stance
other
on that. I
ones?
think about dropping out all the time.
Hey, don't we all? Well, it's like,
I don't know. I feel like I think about it more than other people. School, I always say this, school is not for me.
Yeah, it's not for
I love
anybody
learning.
anymore.
Don't get me wrong.
So do I.
I love learning.
Mm-hmm.
School, hate it.
Yeah.
And I have to be here for 4 more years.
I don't like,
so.
I don't like the way that I have been, like, because I know what I've learned the most is, like, it's not in the classroom.
Experiential learning.
Yeah.
Same.
For sure. So I wonder if there's a way, because classrooms from, like, 1980 are set up the same way classrooms are set up now. There's gotta be a better way to do this.
I honestly just think teach us in the workplace or teach us because last year I was an immersive scholar. Have you heard of that? It's this thing that the school does. I think it was from applying early or something like that. For your sophomore academic year, they offer a certain amount of people immersive scholar experience. So you basically just get a job and they pay you. And you can get up to whatever the award amount was depending on how much you work. And I got to do mine. We were supposed to do research, but COVID. So, but I got to do like a literature search and article review and stuff like that with my current advisor, actually. And now he's keeping us in the loop. We're still like helping him with research now that it's in person, and he's still mentoring us basically.
That's nice.
And I say this all the time. My classes last year sucked. I genuinely learned the most from him.
Really?
And it wasn't a class.
Hey, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Because if you're, like, actually doing
I
stuff.
wasn't even doing stuff.
So
He
you're
was
saying
just
he
would lecture us, and then he would tell us how to do the literature searches and that type of stuff. And then we had to do presentations for the symposium because fuck the school. I mean, don't fuck the school. Love you, UMass.
Yeah.
But he had us do
Love you, UMass.
he had us do other presentations for his lab group. 20+ minute long presentations. Professional presentations that I would not have done.
Feels real.
If I didn't do that.
Feels
right.
real.
Right.
Like you gotta actually do something.
And I like presenting now.
Yeah. You never were a presenter?
I never hated it, but I feel like I didn't do it enough to like it.
I love presenting.
I like to talk.
Oh,
obviously.
So do I. Look at us.
No way. But no, I just think I was never put under that pressure before, so I would always get nervous.
Yeah.
But he had us do those long, and it was so helpful.
I think it's probably because you felt, because you get nervous when, really the only reason to be nervous is because you feel ill-prepared.
Confidence is the biggest thing.
If you're confident.
Right.
You'll get
and
by.
That definitely helped me build my confidence because I finish it and then you have all these really smart research people asking me questions that I can answer.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And saying, oh, good job, great presentation, this, and this. And then I can confidently answer.
You're like, yeah, I know. This is what I'm... And, like, they're learning from you.
Yeah.
It's like teaching is the best way to learn.
Oh, I can't wait to teach.
So yeah, you're gonna be a teacher.
I want to, at some point. I want to be a TA for sure. Like when
Really?
I'm in PT school, I want to be a TA.
So you're gonna just like teach like what you know now, I guess, like the PT stuff.
Yeah, like the labs that I'm taking right now and last semester are the ones that I would teach.
Ah, okay. So it's like these classes, like Liana tells me some of these.
We literally lift.
So you guys just
We
lift.
just
Yeah, like I
lift.
was saying, like you guys
We
getting
did
in
1
shape for
RM
class.
testing the other week. Like I got my squat 1 RM in lab.
How was it? How is it like so far this semester? So this semester,
fun.
Dan Graham's liking it too. Like,
Yeah,
they said that they're enjoying themselves.
because it's applied. It's so much more fun actually learning stuff that we care about. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And learning how to apply it.
Yeah, you actually like, and especially with something like that, it's so tangible. It's literally people's everyday life is the gym. And,
When I'm in the gym now, I only know what I'm doing because of my learning.
like that's crazy.
Isn't
you're like
that
learning.
insane?
You're learning something that is being applied to you basically every day.
Like since probably since like end of November, I've actually been sticking to a plan when I'm in the gym, and my muscles have grown so much.
And you just feel like more confident in
Yeah.
it too. And then you get to go in there and you get to like
And then
really
you lift
know
more
you're doing
weight
something.
and you're like, holy shit, it's working.
That's crazy.
And I wouldn't have known it if I didn't
That's cool.
learn it.
And like there's like the
in
other
school.
things you don't know about. Like I know Dan Graham's telling me like the cool downs, the warm ups,
Yeah.
like how
how actually important it is.
Yeah. And that's just stuff that like you're probably looking around, maybe not at the people in the gym, but you're thinking in your mind, like even just about yourself, like prior, you're like, oh fuck, I wasted so much time. Like I could have been doing this.
And
doing
rest
that.
periods too, we learned about.
Well, so
Only taking 2 to 4 minutes in between sets if you're doing strength.
so like you just
So if you take more time, it's not optimal. If you take less time, it's not optimal.
that's like see, there's a number for it. The fact that there's like a
Yeah.
number to know, and like no one knows that.
And
Like,
I'm
no one knows
such a
that.
person to get distracted when I'm in the gym.
I'm the worst.
I always go alone because I don't have anyone to go with.
Don't-
but like I always go when our friends are working,
yeah.
so I always get distracted.
Yeah.
But now it's in my mind that I should only be resting 2 to 4 minutes.
Yeah, what's his name? Like I'll be doing something, and then fucking Nathan. I can't help myself, bro. He'll come up to me, cause you know, think of how hard this conversation is to leave. I'm a dude as well, so it's a little different. Nathan will come to me with something that looks weird, like an object like this, and he'll say, "Yeah, bro," and I'll be like, "What?" And he just goes, "How would you optimally want to kill somebody with this?" And I'm like,
Why does he do that for everything?
he does it like with every object he has.
No, do you know what he does to me?
What?
Yeah, I'm like using a medicine ball or something. He'll be like, "You're not allowed to be here. You stole that. Put that back. That's UMass stole property. You're blacklisted from the rec center. Like, get out." And I'm like,
That's so much at once. You stole that. You're not allowed to be here. You're blacklisted. UML does not want you here. Get
and
outta
it's
here.
the time that he had a Nick tag on instead of a knee. I'm like, what is going on right
And
now?
he's the worst because like I can't like that like those types of things kill me. Like they're really
Yeah.
funny to me, and
I can't not.
I can't not
avoid
like
that.
engage. I need to
Right.
engage. So then he's bad. Like I'm usually with Nick, so I won't see him work. And Dan
See-
Graham can be a second at a time too. 'Cause
I always talk to him at Aiken
So I'd like to
Street.
go up
I
to him and be
stand
like-
there for like an hour.
I'm just like, hey Dan Graham. He's like, what's up? He's so chill. Like he'll
He's
just
so
talk.
chill. It's fun. I love talking to him
Oh, he's so much fun to talk to. I love talking to
because
Dan
he's so
Graham.
positive too.
Yeah, he's just happy.
He's just
Like,
happy.
He seems so happy.
I
Like, I
know.
really hope that it's as real as it seems because he's
I
an
know.
inspiring individual.
No,
With how-
I literally say that to him constantly.
You're inspiring, Dan
No,
Graham.
yes. As I'm
is.
leaving the rec and I'm like, you can tell I'm in a bad mood or something. He's like, no, it's okay.
Like he's
And
so
then
sweet.
I just immediately like smile, like it's better.
I'm like, well, yeah, it's true. And
Whenever
I see him, I
Liana's
smile.
working though, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just talk to her.
Yeah, well,
She loves it though. She literally was like, every time you're there, like it's fun because I just stand there and do nothing.
yeah, because you can just talk to your friends. That's why,
Yeah.
and when one of them's working, like, Nathan will text me like, yo, you're going to the rec today, right? And I'll be like, yeah. He's like, because I tried to get my shift taken. No one would take it, so I'm going to have to be there, so you
He
better
does
be there.
that every week.
I was like, all right, like, sounds good.
Dan's sitting in class and he's like, yo, Nate just asked me to take his shift again.
That's why
Nobody ever says yes.
well, I mean, like, if you're offering every week, like at some point they're gonna say no. Yeah, he's funny. Nathan's killer. But yeah, when you're in the gym, you must just think to yourself like, wow, I was doing this all wrong. What's like the three, like obviously you said like the 2 to 4 minutes thing. What are like other like quick things that like I can
reps and sets?
What do you mean?
So if you want to be in strength, you should be doing 2 to 6 reps.
Okay.
Depending on like what percentage of your 1 RM. It's all scientific. It's all based on your 1 rep max.
Okay.
So if you're at
say 80, I'm benching, right? My bench 1 rep max is.
Let's do some math.
It is. You got the fucking. You know the math. Well, good for you. Let's say 215 is the most I've ever done on a bench.
Okay.
So close.
So that'd be your 1 RM.
Yeah, that's my 1 RM.
So if you want to train strength, like you want to get stronger.
Yeah.
You have to be at least 85% of your 1 RM every time you train. So you have to be at least 182.75.
So like I'd be doing 185s probably. 185.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let me see.
And then I'd do that at reps of 6.
So it's all like on a 1 rep max continuum. So at 85%, you should be able to do 6 reps. But if you're in the gym training, you can't do like 3 by 6.
Because that's a lot.
Because 6 is the most you should be able to do.
Because if you can do more
obviously,
than 6,
give or take, you can do more than 6, but you're going to risk overtraining if you're doing 3 sets of 6. So you would maybe do like 4 by 4 at 85%.
Look at you, dude. That's the thing. Like, it's funny. I love seeing like my friends become professionals.
It's fun.
It's so cool.
Because I was a gymnast. Mm-hmm. So I've always been in good shape, I would say. But
gymnasts are in great shape.
As a gymnast, like I did not need leg muscle. You need power, but you don't need like huge bulky legs.
Yeah.
We never trained legs. We trained arms and core.
Core is huge.
And like power legs, so like sprinting and like back tucks in a row and stuff like that, but never weight lifting legs. So I get to like freshman year, sophomore year, and now of college, and I'm thinking like, oh, I'm going to the gym, I'm fine, like I'm doing good, I'm fucking running all the time, seeing no results. And now, come September, I start learning how to actually see results. And literally since the end of November, I've seen so much progress.
That's nice. That's
not even just with weights too, like with my physique.
Like you feel
looking at myself.
Yeah.
Like my quads are huge. Not actually huge.
No, but like compared to
they're
what
not
they used
huge,
to.
okay?
Not huge.
But compared to what they were, I always had chicken legs.
Yeah, so you
always.
feel like at least like
There's
know
something.
that you're doing something now. You
yeah.
know what I mean? That's so cool.
No, it's so fun.
I love hearing, like, I was talking to Dan about it. He was talking to me about the cool downs and everything.
Yeah,
and just hearing, like, you guys, like you literally got the fucking math figured out. Like, that's so crazy. And, like, even Liana knows her shit.
Yeah.
And then it's not just you guys. Like, it's everybody. Like, when we all had our fucking, everyone in Clare Street got COVID within, like, a week. And, so we're all, like, taking, like, medicine. We're all trying to figure out what to take. And some people have to take, like, other things as well. And, like, they'll be talking about medicine, like, the nurses that live here. And, like, they, like, know what it's
sick.
doing. Like, I'm just like, what are you guys talking about?
Wait.
I'm like, how much of this should I take? They're like, oh, probably this amount. But if you're going to take this with it, and make sure you drink water before and after. I'm like, fucking what? And then, I don't know. I feel like what you guys do, since it's like health science stuff, it's so applicable to every day because you have to take care of your body.
No, it is.
Whereas like, so I watch that you guys all become professionals in front of my eyes. Whereas what I'm doing, like marketing stuff, like you won't know. You know what I mean? Like you'll never know. Like
hey, unless you follow DOD-Cast on Instagram.
Follow the DOD-Cast on Instagram. Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't taken any like video or social media marketing classes, so like. Literally nothing I've done translates to anything that I do in my everyday life yet. But next semester I'm looking to take some social media.
Yeah, you should.
Marketing classes.
Cause I was talking about this with my parents the other day. Sorry, brain fart. It's so easy to blow up now. Yeah,
you have a million avenues.
Because with Instagram and TikTok now, you have the For You page or Discover page, whatever we were just looking at before.
That was crazy. We saw a horse having sex. Huh? It was crazy. on your what is that Discover page?
Reels? I don't even know.
It's Reels.
Like, I've never watched a reel crazy. In my life.
Literally first reel ever. She goes first reel. It's a horse like having sex. It was crazy.
Like what?
She goes, you have to see this. I was like, wow.
I'm sitting
like,
down
what?
here by myself, creeped out first of all because I had a mice problem in my apartment, so I'm scared like a rat's gonna come out or something.
It looks like I've never seen a mouse on here.
And then that's what I see.
I think that might get rid of your fear, honestly, because like it's so shocking. You can't even be scared anymore.
Yeah,
you just
honestly.
see like horse, interhorse.
Nothing good. But it's so easy with that type of stuff to blow up now. Like people follow my Instagram. Well, that one's private, but like my fake fitness account or whatever, people follow that I've never heard of. And they'll have like thousands of followers. I'm like, okay, I'll follow you back, but like I don't know where you found me. It's literally the Discover page.
Yeah, that's where they find people now. It's like it's all
crazy.
right. It's like right in front of you. It's like crazy because it was never like that. If you went on like, YouTube for a little bit was like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like Vine, like
but
YouTube
still,
in the beginning, Vine.
Those
now.
were both. Yeah, I mean, they were based on what you watched, but
yeah, but still, it's like they're showing. I mean, but then again, that means that's even better for you because it's not just a random discovery page. It's also you're being sent out to people geared to what.
How do they do that? Do you not think that's so creepy? And like with Spotify and stuff too.
You have no idea.
This phone knows more about me than I do.
For sure. And you have like, and you don't even know the half of it. Like you have no idea what's being harvested. Cause like, we learned some things, and like this is the stuff I learned about.
Yeah.
It's like I'm taking this one class called buyer behavior. So like it's basically consumer behavior. It's just like what consumers do and why and when. And like they got the crazy like it's not, I don't get too in awe about the statistics that she throws at us. I'm like, how do they have these numbers? Like and like it'll be like 44%. If you have a good scent in your store, people will stay in there 44% longer. So I'm thinking in my mind, how do you figure that out?
Right.
How do
like
you know
Yankee
what a good scent is? How do you know it?
Right. Because Hollister, if you call that a good scent, you're crazy.
It's not.
It's not.
I leave Hollister.
It literally like burns my nose hairs.
It's too much. You're right. So they got what colors mean to people, and they know what they mean, and they have all these different.
Blue is sad. Okay.
Blue is sad, but it also is trust. Blue is trust because blue is now
loyalty, isn't
loyalty,
it?
vulnerability. It's these things.
White is hope.
White is hope. White is other things. White is like good,
pure,
and, like, purity,
innocent.
Innocence.
That was a big one in high school.
Yeah, and it's true though. That's all used in like marketing, and it's used in your phone too. So like, what they'll do is they'll have like different colors. Some companies will pay, like thousands of dollars for another company to use a color in their ad so that our eyes get adjusted to that color, and like we've seen it before, so when we see it on like a shoe that comes out in like 3-4 years, we'll be comfortable with that color.
Is that like Coca-Cola commercials and shit?
It's
like
everywhere.
Pepsi.
It's Pepsi, like the Coca-Cola Red. Well, sometimes they'll just pay for the Coca-Cola Red to be somewhere to make people think.
And you just don't even realize
it
until you see a Coca-Cola, and you're just like,
it doesn't stop. You're advertised to, I think I saw it was like 60,000 times a day. You register 800 of them. You remember about 10, and you long-term remember about 4 every day. 60,000 times every day. We're probably being advertised to right now. We have no idea.
Facts.
We have no idea. This thing's doing something.
I was gonna say it's like the light or something.
You motherfucker. He's doing something over there. No question.
No, that's insane.
Yeah, it's just like it's cool to learn that stuff, but it's also like it's kind of scary.
Like creepy.
Yeah, like my beginning of the class, we were all in there. She's like, "All right," so she gave us like a bunch of stats to start out the class, kind of like get us all like
spitball.
Like we were like a little overwhelming. Whoa. I was like, okay, and then she just goes, "We know all this stuff, and we know way more than you'll ever realize." She's like, "And I'm going to teach you these things, and you will learn how to manipulate people." And I was like, "Yeah."
Well, shit. I mean, I'm kind of learning how to manipulate people too, though.
In what way?
So, right now, as I'm about to take a sip, we're doing, like, when you first get a client, what tests are you gonna do, based on their goals? So if I have someone that wants to get stronger, I'm going to do 1RM testing because that's just the best way to do it. I mean, how are you going to judge their baseline if you don't do that?
Yeah.
But there's all these different tests that you have. There's this stuff called functional movement screening. And it's exactly what it sounds like, functional movement. There's a deep squat. There's an inline lunge. There's a hurdle. There's a straight leg raise for like hamstring mobility, whatever. It's so hard to score. So it's 3, 2, 1, 0.
It's all right.
That's like the 4th time I've done that.
People hit it all the time.
It's, I feel like I watch an episode or something.
People smoke it once or twice an episode.
But it's on a scale, 3, 2, 1, 0. So hard to get a 3. With the deep squat one, you have to hold something over your head like this and keep your torso upright and squat all the way ass to the grass. That's what they say.
Ass to the grass.
And that's how you get a 3.
Really?
No, who, like,
how can you do that?
Name people that can do, like, I'll have you do it after. It's literally, my ankles are shit. But if you elevate your heels and then you can go all the way down, then you get a 2. So that's...
So you have to keep your feet, like, planted?
Keep your feet flat.
And go...
Torso straight, arms like this.
Wait,
and squat.
What?
But that's basically a way to manipulate people because these techniques are so ridiculous that you're not going to get a 3.
So you'll feel like
so you have room to improve. So say it's calf tightness, right? Like my ankle issue is genuinely like my stupid bone of my ankle.
Yeah.
But say someone has calf tightness, so they get a 2. Well, if you can get them to a 3 by the end, they're going to come back and they're going to pay you more.
Look at you, Julia Hill, manipulating the consumer.
But I don't even want to work with athletes, so this is just like in the moment.
What do you want to work with?
Kids.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Like little kids, like doing physical therapy, like.
Yeah, but
how
not.
How young are we talking?
Like, probably more tailored to individuals with disabilities that need like an OT and a PT.
Oh wow, look at you doing God's work. That's kind of what you're doing.
I've honestly never thought about it, but in high school I did Best Buddies, which I do now.
That's cool.
And both of my principals told me like, "Oh, you should be a teacher." I was like, "I'm not gonna do that." And then my advisor last year was like, "Oh, you should work with kids." I was like, "I'm not gonna do that."
Keep saying it.
But now here I am. I'm taking a class this semester where I have to volunteer for 60 hours. And
60 hours?
Yeah. And I'm doing it with...
a year?
This semester.
This semester.
And I'm doing it with this organization called Kids, and it's Kids in Disability Sports, and it's in Lowell.
It's
and
called Kids.
Yeah.
Wow,
and
good
a
acronym.
bunch of the buddies do it. So it's like people I know, mostly already. But it's pretty cool because it's sports.
Yeah.
So it's still... like what I'm doing now, but it's also kids, and it's also kids with disabilities, which I've never thought about working with, but I've been doing so much with them.
I think it's like if you work with people with disabilities,
I'm getting there.
It's like it takes a level of patience. It takes a lot of patience.
That's what everyone says, but I've had like parents come up to me and just say, "Hey, you're doing a great job. Like what you're doing is something that people haven't done before. You have so a mom literally came up to me and said, "You have a gift."
We have a gift.
And I almost cried. No, genuinely, because they're just so passionate about their children.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't have kids.
Maybe.
No, I told my parents to watch this, so I don't have kids.
Yeah, you don't have kids. She don't have kids.
But so I don't.
You don't have grandkids.
I don't know what it's like to have kids, but I can see how deeply these parents care about their children, and it's hard because individuals with disabilities are just so treated horribly by so many people, and especially the education system. That's why I don't want to be a special ed teacher.
It's hard to be a special ed
It's hard to be one,
and it's hard to be
but
like
if you're gonna be one, then you need to be a good person, and there's so many people that aren't.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like there's like they're not all angels. Some people just go to do that job.
No, I have a cousin that has autism, and his mom was telling me all the horrible things that used to happen, and I don't understand how you can go into that line of work and do that.
Yeah, I feel like a bunch of good-hearted people. Like I know some people that are doing stuff like that, and
they're
first
good
of all,
people.
kudos, because it's incredible. But they're all great people. These people that I know that do this, and I don't know, man. I feel like if you were to do that, like I remember, honestly, it's very rewarding though, because I remember in senior year, me and all my friends, we sat with like 3 or 4 special needs people at lunch every day.
They love it.
They love it.
That's the biggest thing about these individuals too. Is like they really don't need anything crazy. They just want friends, and they want to talk.
It's very basic stuff.
It sucks that they're treated the way they are sometimes.
Because it's honestly they're easier than normal people.
Yeah.
Not normal. Wow, that's rude. They're like easier to deal with than like people without like any disabilities. Because people without, like, you know, like me and you, like we have like complex like behaviors and needs.
We can argue very easily. I mean, I don't argue. I'm sure you don't really argue either. You dabble.
I dabble.
I used to.
I dabble in arguing. It's not like I just have a really hard time keeping my mouth shut when I hear some like falsehoods flying by. I need to step in. Like,
I'm big into that too, but arguing versus
I've never been in like a
being
screaming
honest.
match in my life.
I used to. I used to scream at my parents. Sorry.
I have never screamed at my parents.
I think I was a very unhappy child.
Really?
Yeah.
You were unhappy
not child, but high school.
You just were like, ugh.
I was like depressed.
Did you like reject?
Not diagnosed. But
a little sad.
I was, yeah.
It's a confusing time, high school.
I was also very isolated because I did gymnastics. So I only had the girls at gymnastics, and some of them were very cliquey.
Yeah.
And I never fit in. I still don't fit in.
You're just different.
I think it's.
I'm not like other girls.
No, but I think it's just the whole like vibe of college is to be with people all the time. And I feel like I'm not as close to everyone because I just don't hang out with people.
We don't live with people.
But also
I feel like we probably intentionally hang out with people the same amount. I just so happen to live with people.
Yeah.
And like honestly, frequently I would find a way to be alone.
Yeah.
Because I like to be
isolated. That's how I am. But I just feel like I was never one to fit in.
Yeah.
I was never one to like put up with some bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm still not like that. So many friendships that I see are so toxic. I think that's probably why I've never really had like
Girls
a best friend.
That way.
Yeah.
Girls can be that way.
Yeah. As soon as you become best friends, it's like, oh, I hate you. We're going to fight every other day. And I'm like, I don't do this in my friendships.
Yeah, guys don't do that.
No.
Guys don't argue.
I know. That's why, like, all my friends now from freshman year are guys.
We're easier. Guys are easier to be friends with and harder.
It's less
easy
drama.
to have like a simple friendship with,
Yeah.
but like I guess I feel like girls are also much closer. Like girl best friends know like everything about each other. And,
it's kind of scary.
They're like
because it gets so toxic.
Whereas a guy and like two guys, like my best friend's Nick, don't know how he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, I asked him today in class. I was like, "Yo, Nick, how you doing?" He was like, "Chilling." You know, like it's not like, and I'm with him all the time.
But my point with that was I don't argue with people.
Yeah.
I used to, but I don't anymore.
I refuse.
But
it's a waste of energy.
It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of my time. If you're just gonna scream at me. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Last time I was screamed at. I don't get screamed at. Like, my mom will.
I got bitched out pretty good in November.
Sometimes.
That's probably the last
You
time.
got bitched out in November.
Pretty good.
Wow.
But to the point where it was like, oh, what am I gonna say? Because you're making me feel horrible about myself, but I don't like to make people feel bad about themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say anything back because I don't want you to feel bad about yourself. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to take it and I'm going to cry after and then I'm going to be over it.
I'll just cry later. When in doubt, cry
But why am I
later.
going to take the extra 5 to 10 minutes to give it back to you when I don't want you to feel the same way?
That's the thing though. Sometimes it just like, I don't know what it is, like that human need to just like, right back at you. You know, like, it's like, you see like little kids, like one of them hits, like, what happened? Well, he hit me first. It's like... So you had to hit him back, like,
right?
You know, it's kind of that same.
You couldn't just be the bigger person.
You couldn't just, but that's so hard. It can be hard.
Honestly, it's not that hard for me anymore.
Well, I feel like you just have a very like.
I think I've just done it for so long.
I guess like you think of things. You have a good emotional intelligence in that way of being like, I can just not do this. I could just not be angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's because of art. It's like been there, done that type of thing.
Maybe.
I've already been there.
You've been around the block.
I've already
You have had your screaming
yelled
matches.
back, made someone feel like shit about themselves, and it didn't make me feel any better. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like when I yell back, I've never gotten into a screaming match like that, though. I've never really been in anything like that in my life. Dead serious. But
yeah.
I guess in an argument, like when I say, I guess like something maybe a little snarky, I guess.
Yeah.
In the moment, it does feel pretty good.
See,
for
I
me.
just do that after the fact.
But then later on,
friends.
I'm like, that was rude.
Like if you said some dumb shit to me and I had something really funny to clap back at you with,
I
would just stand there and not say it, and then I would go to Liana and be like, oh, like so and so.
I was gonna say this.
And just like make fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do.
Hey, laughter is the best medicine. If you can make someone laugh, it just honestly, I can't like stress enough how valuable a good laugh is in any scenario nowadays. Yeah. It can be like life gets taken a little too serious. Like
Facts.
Think about like your day and like your routine. Sometimes like you might get a little wrapped up in like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, blah 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 blah. Good laugh is almost like you're like taking a step back.
Especially if you're having a bad day too.
Oh.
It snaps you right out of that bad mood.
Yeah, if you get a real
Every
good
time.
laugh, like a real like hysterical laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there's just nothing better.
You should see Kate and I on Thursday mornings.
You guys are dying in class.
We have lab together.
There's nothing like an in class laugh because you can't. So it's like it's just like.
And then we go
over.
to the library after because we have lab till 10:50 and then we have class at 12. We always get out early, but so Kate and I sit in the library and Dan comes and meets us, and for some reason, like every time, we're just dying. It's just a Thursday morning thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make laughs part of your daily routine or like your weekly routine, that's beautiful.
It's great.
It's a beautiful.
We're trying to take a quiz, and me and Kate are just dying at some like not even funny thing that Dan said.
That's what happens because once like you're laughing at things that aren't funny. It's over. In like a setting like a library or in class where when you're not supposed to laugh is when things are funny.
We're so disruptive. Honestly, it's mostly me, if I'm being honest. But like we're sitting in the middle of the library and we just can't.
Hey, you're not gonna contain your laughs for other people.
And then we're in the mezzanine floor. They can fuck off. They're just as disruptive as we are. We just can't hear them because we're loud.
I remember I went into the library once and I was getting a book and I sat there and read for a little bit just to do something different that day. And I was just sitting in like I think it was like the what is it called?
The mezzanine.
Yeah, that whatever the fuck.
Did you go up one flight of stairs and it's that big open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling, reading a book, just trying to do something a little different. And then these people just started like screaming in there. Like
was it me?
And I look over and it's Julia Hill. These people were just screaming, and I was just so like why would you scream like two people, three people, like just were like yelling and like back and forth, like yo, like yo.
That's what McGovern is for. Go across the hall.
Yeah, like why?
Go to the dining hall. Like what?
I'd feel so awkward.
Yeah.
If I was like screaming.
Yeah, no, we're not that disruptive.
In like a quiet setting. Yeah, it's just like I mean, laughs are laughs. Laughs don't really matter. But like if you're like yelling back and forth. I don't know. I think that's weird.
Or screaming. Have you ever heard girls legit shriek?
Yeah, it happens when they get drunk. They in
the library.
They think that they're singing, but then they're actually just going like. That's what happens when girls get drunk. They don't sing. The singing goes out.
All girls.
All of them. Probably you too. You honestly get pretty quiet. Not when you're drunk, because obviously you don't drink and never have, never will.
No, I don't really drink that much though.
Nah.
Comparatively to our friends. Never have,
never will. Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my parents don't care.
Okay. Totally has. Totally will again.
Totally don't get crazy though.
I would have backed you up if you wanted it to be no though.
I know.
I would willingly lie for you.
Oh, I know. No, he wouldn't. He's a very honest person.
Oh. You know what? I actually was thinking about this earlier.
Oh, I do have another question, too. Anyway.
Hit me with yours first.
No, you go first.
You go first.
I was just going to say, what was your first impression of me?
First impression? Oh, when did I meet you?
I don't know.
My first impression.
In the gym. I remember this.
Oh yeah. Because I had seen you before.
We knew who each other was, but
I knew who
we
you
hadn't
were.
met.
But then people were just like, "Yeah, I saw Julia Hill at the gym." I'm like, "Who?" I'm like, who is this?
Who is that?
Because I knew the face and I knew the name. I just didn't
know
put
it was the
face
same
to the name.
person.
Yeah. So when I saw you, finally, I was like, "Oh, that's Julia Hill." I guess my first impression.
Well, first impression, like from hearing my name too and stuff, not just from meeting me. I get so curious about what people hear about me.
No one really said. That's the thing. Like, it wasn't. Like, I think it was. I kept hearing your name. It wasn't like people
Right,
like
people know who I am.
Doing.
It's just weird.
People were just saying like, "Oh, I went to the gym. I saw Julia Hill," and that was the conversation. And I'd be like,
apparently, I'm very
Julia
recognizable.
Hill? I guess.
Like from behind too.
I mean, I see. I
weird.
do see you. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I see you more than I see other people I know.
I'm just around.
And we wouldn't like. I'm everywhere.
Sounds so bad.
I guess that would be like my impression of you. It's like Julia Hill's around. Don't know where, but Julia Hill is definitely.
You don't know
around.
where you see her. You don't know when you see her, but you see her.
Yeah, like
that
you're
sounds
just
so creepy.
Yeah, you're like a stalker, but like to everyone at the same time. So you have eyes everywhere. You're like one of those, like a CIA agent or something. And then I met you. And we didn't really. I forget what I don't even.
We
know.
talked about the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that was so long ago.
Because I knew who you were, and I had watched the podcast.
Really?
But I had never met you.
It's like having fans. Like I was like,
yeah.
I have fans.
Yeah, I was a day one, not a day one. I was a fan.
I don't know any day ones, honestly. Maybe like my closest friends.
Well, because Dan and Leon are in my classes.
They both had.
So
episodes.
I met them, but I didn't know any of you guys before this year.
Yeah, I
didn't even know who you were
either. No.
I didn't know who any of you were.
We didn't know. No one knew anybody really.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew like some. Maybe like, you started making some secondary friends, whatever. But people really only had like their main.
I met a lot of people freshman year in classes and stuff. A lot of our current friends, like Rachel, I knew freshman year. Megan, I knew freshman year, because we all had classes together. Yeah. But I never was. Me and Rachel would go out to the same places always. Yeah. We'd never go out together, but we'd always be like, yo.
Because you're just around.
No, but we would go to the Sham together. Not like together, but we'd every time like I was there, she was there. Or she was there, I was there. So I knew Rachel, and then last year over COVID, Rachel came up a lot. Because Jess and Morgan lived here. Yeah,
I knew Rachel too, I think, freshman year. I did, yeah.
Yeah, you did. She had a video on her story today.
What?
Of like a 2 years ago today memory.
Of me?
You and Dan Graham.
Oh, no.
You need to watch it after. You look 12 years old in it.
Pull it up.
I literally slid up on it and I said, OMG babies.
OMG
Because you guys look so
When
little.
was this? I might have already probably saw it, honestly. I just don't remember.
Oh, she responded. She said, right?
Let me see us, little rats. Oh, my God. I was literally describing his ass to her. Look at it. Wow, that's so crazy. Oh my God.
Isn't that insane?
That was like right before COVID was going crazy.
I mean, yeah.
2 years ago.
About to be, yeah.
Wow. Annoying 2 years. We're almost at the 2-year mark.
That's like so sad.
Yeah, I know.
COVID fucking sucked.
Hey, mask mandate being lifted. That's
I have
gangster.
to wear one though because I'm getting on a plane on Thursday.
Oh, where are you going?
Hawaii. Yeah, I'm skipping an exam. I'm taking it at 5:00 in the morning.
You're just gonna go to Hawaii like that? Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, it was a whole thing with my professor because he's the program director.
So you're like, hi, I'm going to Hawaii.
Yeah, his first impression of me was I'm ditching school to go on a vacation.
Oh my God. Can't just go on a vacation anymore.
But luckily, the guy that I worked for last year that I still do like research and stuff with is his best friend and co-lab manager. So he covered for my ass.
Oh, that's nice.
It was great.
That's great. That's good to know. But yeah,
thank God, because this professor is my professor for everything.
Are you going
a week?
Is it this Thursday?
Next Thursday.
So you're
not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow.
Would that be spring break then?
About to be spring break.
Okay, so you'll be gone from like
Thursday to Thursday.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because the flights were so cheap.
Really?
Yeah.
On spring break.
For a hotel and flights, I'm spending less than $1,000
That's nice.
to go to Hawaii.
Wow. That's really, really nice. It's going to be so nice there. I'm going to be so jealous.
I'm so excited. I have an itinerary. I'm going to take lots of photos.
I have an itinerary.
Yeah, we're doing some cool hikes, and we're going to a cove.
You going to go, like, swim with some sharks or something? Or
I don't swim. That's funny.
You don't swim?
No.
Do you know how to swim?
I know how to swim, and my mom always put me through lessons, but I haven't swam since probably 3rd grade.
I think that my most secret, not talent, but skill would be my swimming.
That's sick. I'm jealous.
I'm a great swimmer. I had a pool in like throughout all the summers, and like we like swim. Like we do some pretty good swimming.
I need to get back into it. Well, actually,
I love to swim.
I told you I'm volunteering, right? One of the programs is swimming. So on Saturday I have to be in a pool for 2 hours with the kids.
So you have to.
So I need to get better at swimming because I'm literally scared I'm gonna drown.
I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna need.
I'm supposed to be teaching. Yeah, I'm supposed to
be
teaching them because a lot of them are young too.
And they're gonna be saving.
They can't swim, so they have the floaties and everything.
They're literally gonna have like 13 kids in floaties dragging you out of a pool. Like Julia Hill, no. Does most people call you by Julia Hill, or is that just when you got here and like us like on Claire
Honestly,
Street?
because I hang out with some of my brother's friends now, J Hill.
J Hill.
They call me J Hill.
J Hill.
Because it's A Hill.
A Hill.
Because Alex.
Oh wow.
And so it's J
Hill.
Hill. That's what they say.
Something about Hill. Hill's an easy last name because it's one syllable. I feel like most last names.
But Julia Hill, no, never. But now.
But now that's all I'm called.
I was never Jules, which I think is weird. Well, actually, Kevin calls me Jules.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Kevin's different.
And like in gymnastics, they would call me Jules, just because it's easier to cheer for Jules than Julia.
Yeah, Julia.
Go Julia or go Jules. Like it's just easier.
It's just quicker. Yeah, Jules is the name of the girl in Euphoria.
Yeah. Are you all caught up?
I am.
I started watching it.
I love that show.
But I don't have HBO Max.
Wait, what?
So my roommate has it, but I think like her whole family shares it.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure she logs out like when
Every
she's
time.
done using it, because there's got to be something with like the device limit.
Yeah, you
or
can't
something.
have a certain amount.
Yeah, that Hulu's like that too. But so sometimes she'll be logged in and I'll watch it. But then I don't have it. So.
I'm siphoning everybody's stuff. Like I have my own. I think it's my Disney Plus. I got my sister's Netflix. I got Hulu with Spotify.
Me too.
What's it called? So it's my.
That's
Hulu.
my contribution.
I got Liana's boyfriends. Like so, my friend Ryan.
Yeah.
You know Ryan.
I know Ryan.
Got Ryan's. Cass. We got Cass. HBO Max. I don't know if he knows that. We're still using your HBO Max. But, we have a section.
Now he does.
He does know because we have a section called Lowell.
Oh, okay.
So I have his HBO Max. I got an Amazon thing for my mom. Like
yeah, my
Prime
parents
Video.
have Amazon. Brother
Prime
has Netflix.
Video. They got some decent stuff on there.
It's sneaky.
No one would ever say, "Hey, yo, let's throw on some Prime Video and see what's in there."
No,
but
I know.
I'm telling you, they got some.
I get the ads sometimes when I'm ordering stuff on Amazon. You can watch this on Prime Video. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. What do you order on Amazon?
Everything.
Your fitness clothes?
No. Actually, no. But that's so funny because yesterday in the gym, one of the girls in my major complimented my leggings.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, Gymshark. And she was like, yeah, Amazon, it's the best. And I was like, honestly, I'm going to need to invest in that.
And some
Amazon
fitness.
But no, I just buy all my toiletry stuff there so I don't have to go to CVS.
Make it easier on you?
Yeah.
I get it. And, but yeah, so you got complimented on your leg. Isn't it nice to get a good compliment on some clothes?
Yeah. I was like, thank you. I spent a lot of money on these things.
This means a lot to me now.
Yeah, no, I only get Gymshark on sale because it's so expensive.
Hey, how often do you go to the gym?
5 times a week.
So you need like stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like not that I run out of clothes. Like I have so much clothes, but
same.
I also like I don't want to wear same stuff all the time.
Yeah, it depends how much I sweat.
I have a lot of clothes, but I have things I like.
Yeah, no, it depends how much I sweat that day. Like normally for arm days, I don't sweat as much. so I can rewear those pants.
Yeah, like it's leg day today. I'm about to hit some legs. Honestly, what time is it right now?
Back and buys day for me.
Ooh, so. How long do you think we've been going for?
An hour.
Hour 35.
Damn.
Big one. Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, we can talk.
Yeah. Honestly, like that was
put the
more.
two most
That was more than that.
talkative people
Yeah,
together.
the two most talkative people in Lowell. That's what this conversation is between. By the way.
That's the name of this podcast.
I'll throw it on the name. I'll say the two most talkative people in Lowell, and people will be like,
You gotta make
yep.
it an alliteration, like to talk.
To talk. Next to Tewksbury. I don't know.
It's not Tuesday. God damn it.
It was Tuesday yesterday. Yesterday was literally
Yesterday was a Monday schedule.
It was
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
2022.
And it was on a Tuesday, too. That's got to be the coolest thing.
That's crazy.
That's so dope.
Monday schedule, though, I hate you, Muscle, for that.
I loved it. Loved every
I
second
hate that.
of it. But it did throw me off. But I did it.
It made me think today was like not today.
Yeah, because then and also usually I don't go to the gym on Tuesdays, but I did go to the gym yesterday because like it worked out that way. So now.
When did you go? Not late.
Not
so
that late. No, we went at like 3:30. Honestly,
okay.
now that I think about it, yeah, we went right after class because, yeah. I think we went right after class.
Because you said work.
I don't know what to do today, though, because Nick has... Nick...
Work.
Not work.
Oh, no, he doesn't have
he's
work.
He's going out to eat.
Tavern. That's what he said.
Yeah, he's going out to eat. So he's going out to eat. So I don't know if I'm going to go... I don't know if I should wait for him till like 9.
Don't wait for him.
Or if I should just go,
Let's just go
pretty
after.
much in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So like right now. You want to just wrap it up? Want to just go to the gym?
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, we'll go to the gym.
Fuck this podcast.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Who needs it?
I'm kidding. I love this podcast.
Who needs it? Who needs it?
Who needs to talk? We need to work on
We'll
our.
go to the gym.
We need to work on our muscles besides our mouth.
Yeah, seriously. This thing is
We do enough of that.
It's in perfect shape. If it came down to how much you talked, I'm in perfect shape. So
my mouth muscles, amazing.
Yeah.
Unmatched.
Yeah, my like tongue, that's weird. All right.
Yo.
That's weird. I gotta stop.
You're weird.
My bad. Okay, so Julia, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
Well, Julia Hill, I mean, obviously.
Julia Hill, obviously.
You're not Julia Hill, you're Julia Hill.
This has been a long time coming.
Yeah. Oh my god, I feel so bad. I tell everybody.
Don't feel bad. It's
no,
great.
But it's not just.
It's like the
constant
anticipation.
guilt. It's like I tell everybody, like basically the day I meet, I'm like, you want to be on?
But then it makes it better for when we actually do it.
I guess, yeah.
Because it was like all like building suspense.
And then you finally get to it,
and then you're like, shit, this
you're
sucks.
Like,
No, I'm just kidding.
You're like, this is it? We're in this cold, gross basement, dude?
No, I'm kidding. It's not gross. I haven't seen a mouse.
I haven't seen a mouse. I have yet to see one.
Ever?
And I like do some editing down here, too.
Do you want some pictures of my...
You know, Julia Hill, I know you're pulling out your phone to go look at some right now, but I'm gonna close my eyes as soon as you show me these mice, dude.
Please don't.
I can't. I don't know. Don't show me these fucking mice right now. Oh!
Wait, yeah. It gets better.
Oh, no! Oh! Dude, what? Are you like picking it up and moving it, or like you're
Yeah. You have to reset the traps. Oh, there's this one too.
Oh my! Oh, that's terrible. That bed is that by a bed?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a bed.
Thank God, no. But I did find poop in my bed one time. Yeah. I wanted to cry. Here's another one.
Oh my God.
We caught 7 total. Yeah.
I think we've gotten 4.
We're not living there next year.
Honestly, I think we've gotten 4, maybe. But I've never seen one down here. I don't think that they hang out down here. I think it's too cold.
It's too cold. That's good.
It's too cold.
Keep it that way.
I agree. So, yeah.
On that note,
we good to go. we good to go. All right, well, Julia Hill.
Yeah, let's hit the road.
It's been a pleasure.
Let's go to the rec.
All right, peace out, everybody.